Hello. So, I was recently asked to do a commentary run, kind of going through my thought process whilst doing a run. I'm going to be honest, I'm not like Zev and Monkey over here. I don't play optimally all the time. I kind of throw shit at the wall and try to make jank shit work, and sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. I'm just consistent at getting 7+ trophies, and a lot of the time it works out to becoming 10 trophies. But yeah, for more optimal gameplay, like, you'd want to seek these guys out. Like, I don't think Zev makes content, but Monkey every now and then uploads videos and stuff of his playthrough, etc. If not, you can probably find them through the Discord. But nonetheless, let's go. So for first shop, I mainly look for 3 things. First thing is how many 15 costs are in the shop and which ones are they, because they tempo into really nice epic items on around round day 4, where you can hit level 3 and then combine them for epic chests. Or I look for high DPS items, things like Arcane Cleaver plus Void Spike, since they can basically by themselves win a few rounds. Or I look for economy based stuff, which none of the above is appearing here. There's not really a line here either, like there's the healing route, but it's hard to pivot this. I might go for it instead of rolling though. Yeah, I'll do this. Paladin's Hammer is actually pretty good. It's a decent chunk of healing and does decent damage with a relatively fast swing, and then Healing Word is just an old reliable. Against anyone who has like low damage, this thing will basically just make you win the rounds, and it could potentially just like stay as a staple in the build until you get to like a redemption type build. So I don't mind picking these up early, they're just kind of expensive. Yeah, let's go. Oh, luckily we went against someone who leveled on day 1, so we'll win this no matter what. This is a strategy as well that I do occasionally. It really depends on the shop. If I sit there and I look at the shop and it's just like full of like, say, Elven Shields, Jades, and Flares, and like these expensive items that end up needing a lot to work, or expensive items that just don't really have a pivot point, then I'll level day 1 and go to day 2 and just have a chance of seeing epics on day 2. But I don't think that explanation really went through when I posted it in the Discord, and I posted it in to Jeff as well, because a lot of people now are just kind of taking it as, oh, I'm just going to level day 1 and do day 2 and try and pivot that. It's like, it works, it's just very volatile, because if it fails, then you pretty much just give up the entire run, right? But when it works, it works. You can get some crazy runs going with it. So here, we have the option of Wildfire plus Arcane Mace, but I think I'm just going to take the Healing Word. I could also level, but I don't think I need to. So I'm just going to, or I could take Hook. I don't think that's really that viable since I don't have a Spyglass right now. I'm going to just take the Healing Word and go, and just hope that we don't go against too much burst. This is a problem. So if these crit too much early, then we just lose. If they don't crit enough early, then these might ramp up and make us win. Unfortunately, it looks like he's getting pretty lucky with crits. Unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, if he didn't get as lucky with crits on the early part, then these could like ramp up and then we would just win via fatigue, but it's okay. I always take Healing Touch. Restoration is good. Restoration's good when you haven't leveled at all, because it will eventually out-ramp Healing Touch and give you more EHP that way. The only downside is you're getting less EHP like straight away. So this means if you go against a bursty comp like we just went against, you're more likely just to lose, which isn't that great. Meanwhile, Healing Touch will take you up to 950 HP, leveling up will then give you more because of the percent scaling of taking your current and then just adding on to it. It was changed, it used to be 30%, now it's I think around 5% up until 15k, but you also get like flat bonus on top. But since we don't really want to be losing rounds, since losing rounds is basically losing money, I'm going to be taking Healing Touch. What I mean by that is, on a loss you get 8 experience, on a win you get 12, so if we're losing rounds, we're having to spend 4 experience more to level up. We should level here. But we are kind of weak in terms of damage. We could just take the double wildfire. We need 32. So we can't take the double wildfire and level. We could take the moon knife and sell it. That gives us +1 gold. Try to think, because we need to start winning from damage. But if we take double wildfire, we'll be behind by a level. I think we're gonna do it, because we need the money now. Like, we need the damage now. Do I sell this for the moon knife? Does that ever seem correct? I think it does seem correct, because this doesn't really stay in a build. Meanwhile, this is just good tempo. We should win this one. So you can see here, because he took Healing Touch and leveled, he's at nearly 1200 HP, whilst we're only at 950. So in most scenarios, if this person had damage, like a lot more damage and not a bulwark, then we would just straight up lose, because the HP difference. But luckily, we got a nice stall going off here with Burn Ramp. Now we need to focus on leveling so we don't fall behind. I'm gonna take the plunder here. Goblets for money is very important. I see this. I don't want to take it right now, because I want to take it when we're level 3 or higher, so we can combine it for an epic. So instead, I'm just going to freeze, and we're going to pick it up on day 5. This might kill us. It's just a lot of burst damage. These aren't activating fast enough right now. On day 6, if we could find the holy event to pair these off with a multicast, that would be very good. If we can get these to ramp up to outscale the damage these are doing, then we might actually be okay, because then this ramp will win it for us. Yeah. Ah, barely. Yeah, it's just, it comes down to crit RNG, unfortunately. So now we need a level. We're going to pick up this. I'm going to take the epic. We'll take the treasure chest because goblets are strong. Plus, once we open this now, it'll give us 2 goblets, which will give us another chest. So we have options here. Book doesn't really do anything for us. Lapis, we could take it and hold it for in case we see, like, Moonveil stuff. Nightquill also is pretty good with Moonveil stuff. Or we can just take one of the most expensive things and sell it. I might just take the Nightquill for now and just hold it, because it can work into several things. Usually I would just take the Lapis and just hold it, just in case we find the strong moon items. But thinking from an eco standpoint, I'm just going to take the Nightquill and hold it. Then we're going to have these down here like this. Because if we find King Midas, we could also do some goblet stuff. And then we can't level, so I'm just going to roll, find the healing word. I shouldn't have done that, because day 6 is after this day, and we could have got the pairing there. Okay, cool, so this is why I like holding onto Nightquill, because now we have a strong synergy like this, with the decay. It's a big amount of burst damage. We're going to pick up the extra moon knife, because this is just good EXP. Basically, it costs 30 to buy a moon knife, and then when you sell it back, it's 15, but it gives you 16 experience on obtaining it. And then when you level up, like, it costs 4 per level, so it would usually cost 16 gold to get 16 experience, but in this way, it costs 15 gold to get 16 experience. And then when you combine them, you get 32 experience. So it's just a net positive in terms of gold for experience ratios. And we should win this round now, just due to the fact that this burst damage is going to be 500 of their health instantly. And then we just have some ramping stuff, so... Oh, he's level 4, and he has heavy armor. We might not win this round after all. In fact, we definitely don't win this round. I usually concede on rounds where it's like an obvious loss. But for the sake of explaining stuff, I think I will continue. I'm also installing something right now, so things might be a bit janky in the back. I think I'm just gonna take Elder for the experience. since we need to catch up the levels that we've been losing. This is big. I think I'm gonna level and then buy the knife so we get epics. I mean legendaries. Batwing would go nice with the Nightquill, so we're gonna take the Batwing. It sells for the same, so at least it works right now, and then if we end up pipping it out of it, we could just sell it off for the same price. And we're gonna buy another Moon Knife because experience. This is scary for the future when he gets more maces. So eventually we're gonna sell out of the Wildfire. Hopefully we'll find a Pyramid so we can capitalize on this Batwing synergies. I think I'm just gonna level again. Pick up another Goblet. Probably buy this Trident and sell off the Wildfire. It synergizes better with the Batwing stuff that we got going right now. Don't really like buying Lost Fragments when we don't have a big strong eco build because it's going to cost like 90% of our level. Guess we'll just go. We should be in a pretty good spot once the Batwing starts firing. We just need to get this Batwing paired off and essentially get its what's it called? An accelerant like Time Pendant. So here I always take Vitality, even if it would give me an extra death to take Life Surge, just because of the fact I value the EHP a lot more than the extra life. And my reasoning here is a lot of the fights tend to come down to like very small amount of EHP difference. So if I have more health, I'm less likely to die in the first place, thus not needing the extra life. Plus, when we take this and level up, we get even more health from it, so we're just going to reach the 15k faster, is pretty much my my thought process behind that. The only time I would really take Life Surge to get an extra death chance is if I'm on 2 lives and I'm like already have a decent amount of health and I just need to find stuff. It just basically buys me enough around to find the things I'm looking for. Time Pendant is good. We're gonna sell off this Moon Knife to pick it up. I should do this just because the closer it is to the front, the earlier the arrows hit. It rarely makes a difference, but you know, if we die by 1 health, then that could have been the difference. See, like, now if we just compare EHP and levels, like, I don't know how this person's level 3, but, oh, he went Poacher Bucket, that's why. Cool. Excellent, so Count Vlado, we could just take Nightquill and just scale this to the moon, but I'd much rather just put all my eggs in the basket and hope for Pyramid. There it is. And now we're going to replace the healing word with Pyramid. We've lost this. Bit late for this level. Pair off the Moon Knife. Hope for Batwing. There's a Batwing. Roll again. It's a Time Pendant. We don't really need it. It's what, 2, this will take it down to 3, and then this will basically activate, so we don't really need it. We're mainly looking for more Tridents now, and more Batwing. We'll sell this and buy this, though. That's Batwing. Do we have enough if we sell it? No. Freeze. This is scary, but we should kill it before it becomes a problem. With the power of Batwing. Cool. Then we can pair off the Batwing. Having an upgraded Batwing is pretty huge. It's 1, it's extra damage, but 2, now we're getting even more Molten Cast, so we're getting closer to the realm of just perma-casting. Horn would have been nice if we had a Spyglass earlier to scale some crit onto this. But we're gonna take it and just sell it. Gonna level just to get the health. Roll It's hoping now. Nature's Claw isn't terrible. We can drop the Decay, because Decay is not really doing much for us right now. So we're going to sell this by the Nature's Claw, and the reason we're doing this is for the time being. Because now we're going to activate this super fast, and it's just going to be perma-firing. Hopefully it'll get a bleed from Pyramid. That way its damage will just constantly ramp. Then, when we're in the house of having this be very fast and perma-firing, we could eventually just, like, swap something out here. Second thoughts, I do want upgraded Time Pendant. Alright, let's see. So this is basically achieving the same thing. Apart from he doesn't have a Nightquill to activate this. Cool. Probably just gonna level because I'm scared about EHP. Like, we're not killing super quick, so we have a chance of just losing against faster builds. Like a Redemption build would probably beat this. So we need to make sure we have a health pool to what's the word I'm looking for? Make sure we have a health pool to have a fighting chance for this to scale. More Nightquills would be nice. Like, having this put even more statuses on Batwing would be really good. It's a 21 multi-shot Molten Bow. Cool. We're not going to get much health now when we level, but I think I still want to level. Just to increase the pool a tiny bit. We know there's people in the pool right now with 17,000 health. We just saw one of them. Mainly now looking for these. So we'll do this. Now that activates even faster. We'll take the most expensive and sell it. And now we're looking for things to pair here. So we could probably drop the Trident and just throw in more Nightquills. Cool. Just because Trident's kind of lost its niche here. We're getting more bleed from Batwing than we are Trident. There's another Nightquill, so we'll freeze. This is scary. This is probably going to kill us. This is, what, 16,000 damage? So it's... He hasn't got... Okay, so, yeah, 8,000, 16,000. So we'll barely live, and then we have to hope we kill before the second set activation. Cool. Do this. So that, they all cost the same. So now we're just kind of hoping for more. More Nightquills. And it's not so much to give this multi-shot, just so we can get as many statuses as we can. Let's see. There we go, another Nightquill. Because the more statuses we can give this, the faster the damage is going to be when it activates. Oh, this is scary. I think we win, though, once the Batwing gets going. Because he doesn't really have any statuses. It's just going to be a constant slow trickle. Yeah. Cool. Let's take this against the Oak. I don't think it's going to be much DPS, just because it doesn't have, like, scaling stuff. Like, we don't have a Cursed Amulet to constantly activate the Pyramid. But the damage should be pretty good, nonetheless. I hope this has been kind of what someone asked for, though. Like, they asked for a commentary video where I kind of go over my thoughts throughout the run. As you can tell, there's just a lot of throwing shit at the wall and hoping something sticks. I've played a lot, so I recognize lines and good synergies with something, so like, this is an obviously very good synergy. We're just getting 10 wins. Then you've got stuff like Redemption lines, where you go Holy Sigil into Redemption, and then you just give it a lot of multicast. and it's good synergy. It's just recognizing a lot of those lines in terms of what makes those items go crazy and what their carry potential is. But yeah, like, yeah, we knew this wasn't going to do much damage. I mean, it's funny seeing this stack though, right? But we know it was going to be a safe 10 win, which, yeah, it brings 29,277. I usually play a lot quicker when I'm not talking as well, so I'll probably end up climbing a lot faster eventually. The only issue is I eventually start running into my own ghosts a lot. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.